Recording? Great. How do I see y'all? Video, I don't know, whatever, I just won't see you. Okay. Monday, showed you how to share a link that forced someone to make a copy. Tuesday, I showed you how to share things in Classroom with Drive. Wednesday, which is today, I'll show you how to share something in Google Assignments. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you may have seen or heard my frustration a little with this. In reality, I'm probably not going to share things with you. I'm not going to share things with students the way I shared them Monday. And I'm not going to share things with students the way I shared them Tuesday. I'm going to share them with students the way I'm going to show you today. And I'll even tell you why. Okay, there's a lot on here, so we'll go slow. At the top, it says Google Drive Cloud Assignment. And then that second thing is the fact that that's what I showed you yesterday. Okay, this is an older thing. You can upload Google Drive documents, and people can get their own. We saw that Jen had her own copy, and Sherry had their own copy. Technically, it's called Canvas integration, whatever. Something else to note, it's going to be phased out. After mulling over this for a while, I still think it was worth discussing because it helps us understand what the new thing is. So Monday morning, Mo demoed this. And if you remember, she shared it and she was very excited. And she was like, "Aren't you guys excited?" And I was in the gym and nobody said anything. And I think part of the reason why is we didn't know how it was different to be excited. And it was fast and it was a lot. So this was newer and it was in beta until like literally yesterday. So yesterday there was a big announcement from Google and Canvas that we have this new thing, but we could have accessed it even the day before. What else do I want to say about this thing? Schools around the country had been using it for at least a semester. So some people are like, well, that's not new. Well, it's new in that it's now available to everyone. And just like the thing we played with yesterday, you can upload documents. Students can get a copy. Technically, this thing is called a Google app as part of the education package. So like Google Classroom, Google Meet, all these things are in the education package. And now is something called Google Assignments. It did have a different name called the Google Course Kit. And I only bring this up because we might get confused when you're looking up research on how to use this thing and you start seeing it called something else. The important parts, it looks more like Classroom. Yes, we get the student's name in the title, and you get to comment on it the same way you could comment on something in Google Classroom. I didn't realize this summer the power of the stored comments feature, and that's something that you can use in Classroom as well as with this Google Assignments. If you wanted to knock yourself out, you could embed files into the rich text editor. Okay, what does this mean? Say I just have a regular old page, and instead of giving kids a link to the document, I can now embed it in that text box thing. And this last one, students can upload docs to their assignment straight from Drive. I've got a note over here to the side. I was so annoyed by this personal side note. With my classes that I took through UCM this last summer, I used a Chromebook for my main device at home, and I couldn't just easily link from my Drive my assignments. I had to give the teacher a link to my assignment, and I often downloaded it as a PDF, and then I had to upload my assignment. So Blackboard can't do this, and now Canvas can. Okay. And what's in the middle here? In the middle is an image that you might remember, you might not. yesterday, whenever we were using the Google Drive cloud assignment thing, I typed in Drive assignment and I hit search, and then this box comes up. And so the one that says Google Drive cloud assignment is the old one. The new one is Google Assignments. You can ignore LT 1.3. I sure am going to. Okay, I'll pause here. And then winner at the top right, it says winner because the second one is better. Questions?
Clarissa?
Yes.
So we do use the LT1 or whatever?
Yep, use the LTI.
So that one's the winner. Don't use the other one.
Yes.
Okay.
The one that has the sticker in the top right side that says winner is the winner.
Okay.
So Clarissa, do you just, oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, go for it.
And so with this, you just pick your document?
I'm going to show you a demo.
Okay, got it.
Yep. But I wanted to pause here in case we had something before we went on. So I think we didn't know how cool it was that this thing really looks like Google Classroom because we didn't even understand the first one, right? We don't know what Canvas can do and how this is better. Okay. Next slide. How do I do that? Like just like that. Oh, look at all that. So yesterday they had a major announcement, and with that announcement they did like a little webinar thing, and I'm going to show you a 5-minute clip from that, which is a demo. I've also got it linked up there and so that you can watch this on your own time. Because it's new to everyone, there's not a lot of demos out there on the web to explain how to use it. Essentially, you use it the same way you use the other one. Let's take a look. Oh, I need to do something first. I need to stop. Oh, just kidding. I hope you can hear sound.
And we'll kind of go in order of the three that I shared. So the first one.
I just want
mission type. So here I am within.
Want to triple check? You guys could hear that, correct?
Yes.
Great. Oh my gosh, please play.
Canvas as an instructor. I'll go to my class. Go create a new assignment. I have the submission type set as external tool. So select Google Assignments. It'll ask you to confirm which Google account you want to use, and it's available for all G Suite for Education accounts. Continue to open up the creation screen, and a few things to point out. First, there's an option to turn on originality reports or plagiarism detection. So it analyzes Google Docs for miscitation and possible plagiarism. It scans hundreds of billions of web pages and 40 million books to give a sense of where students might have missed their citation or potentially took some stuff from the web. And I'll do a demo of that as we go further along. The files feature, for those of you who've used Google Cloud Assignments in the past, this is the similar use case for that. So I can go in and select a doc, sheet, slide, whatever I'd like from a Google Drive. It's now going to make a copy for each student to be able to edit and turn in. I can set the due date and then also add a rubric. These are rubrics from Google Assignments. They're not from Canvas, but there is a way where you can add those to Google Sheets and import them so you can easily reuse those. But I have a whole bunch of rubrics I can take and add in, and it will do that. So I'm all set up. I create the assignment, finish and publish. Actually, go ahead and also make that due date as well. And at this point, the assignment's ready to go, and you're just waiting for students to submit their work. So here it's just waiting for me to turn something in. So I'm going to go switch over to my student view and open up that assignment.
And we have a good question, and I was actually writing this down as well. So those of us who already had the beta set up, do we have to do anything with it, or is it already in place, or will those assignments be affected?
They will not be affected if you've already been using assignments. We had it as LTI 1.1. We now have it as an LTI 1.3 integration. So your admin might want to upgrade. We do encourage that, but it's not required for right now. If there's some documentation in our help center that if you do want to upgrade, you might actually see duplicate installations, and there's some help center documentation on how you can hide the old installation, so it's not duplicated, but it won't break or affect your old ones.
Perfect. So it'll be the same for the docs.
And to that point,
go ahead, Ryan.
Sorry, Kat. There's actually all that documentation is actually posted on the Canvas community with links out to the Google admin site. So we're trying to make it as easy as possible to get that info, but check the community.
Okay. All right, perfect. Thank you.
So as a student, here I am. Anna, she has this template already available with her name on it and the name of the file. She can go in and edit it. I'm just going to go ahead and just drop it in quickly. Go back over here. She can see the rubric and kind of the grading criteria for the work. And then to submit, you just have to open up over here. She can use originality reports. So what's turned on for the assignment, students get 3 runs where they can check their work against the web as well. Shouldn't get any matches here given what I wrote, but they were informed that there are no matches there, so they can open up that report, add additional files, as well as create new doc sheets or slides as well, which would have their name and then the assignment title automatically created as well. Give it a second. So when I go ahead and submit, what we do is take the assignment, we actually transfer the editing permissions over to the instructor, so students can no longer edit it after it's turned in, and then instructors are able to go and grade. I'm going to go back to our instructor. I'm actually going to open up a second assignment. Sorry, this is the one we just did. I'm going to open up one with a few more submissions. So Anna, Bobby, and Charlie, they submitted the assignment earlier, and you can see that there's some flag passages for the originality reports that are available. You also see when it was submitted, as well as whether it's been graded or not. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Anna's submission. So here you have the Google Assignments grade interface. So one thing, a common question we frequently get is what about SpeedGrader? So this interface is unique to Google Assignments, and
Okay, that's where I stopped it. So we didn't. Okay, I don't have a mouse today, so bear with me. Start video. Yes, I still want you to see me. I'm still sharing the screen. Great. Okay, so let's talk about that thing. Tech people, yeah, they talk too fast. They're not teachers, right? That's not real. We can go through it slower. You can watch it at a slower speed. You can watch it on your own. Those are all options for you. Oh, now I can see you all again. Okay, so what are some things to notice about that? When he clicked on that thing, it just said Google Assignments. It didn't say LTI 1.3. Tomato, tomato. It's the same thing. He only had one thing there. That's because he only wanted us to show one thing at a time. That's how he set it up. Questions you have?
Clarissa?
Yes?
Clarissa, good morning.
Good morning.
So Clarissa, what he was talking about originality report is like if a student types a document and then they're just copy and pasting from another site.
Yes.
So would that be something like that is in Spanish also?
It's searching the web.
Wondering,
it's searching the web. So if the student pulled it from a site that had been published, I think it would catch it. If the student just typed it into Google Translate or Babelfish and they just got the translation, you're going to know because it's not going to be correct Spanish. But I don't know if the originality report will catch it from a translation.
Okay. Thank you.
If they copied it straight from Senora Reed's blog, then that's comparing to what's on their web. It sounds like it would be caught. I personally haven't used the originality reports. Some of the other teachers here today may have.
Okay, thank you.
Shall we look at this slowly? All right, let's go to practice. I'm going to create an assignment by hitting plus assignment. I'm going to call this number 23. Directions will go here. Now with the new thing, I can put a document right in this box. And students can see it without having to open something separate. So that's kind of cool. All right, 10 points. Assignment groups, I don't want to play with that. I just want to call them all assignments. I want to display grade as points. And instead of having them submit something online to me, I want them to submit something through an external tool. You may be thinking, isn't this still online? Yeah, it is. But when they say online, they just mean you're typing on the screen in a box or whatever. So I'm going to hit external tool. I wish there was an easier way that I didn't have to type this in every time, but I'm going to type in assignments and hit find, and that box comes up. Number 2, Google Drive Cloud Assignment is what we used yesterday. And that little subtext says, allows you to pull in documents from Google Drive. And that's it. Google Assignments LTI 1.3, collect, analyze, and grade student work with Google Assignments. It's basically the assignment feature of Classroom. And I'm going to click on that one. And it's going to talk to my Google account. And my browser happens to be logged into my personal account. If you look at the top, it says ms.clarissa.brown. That's not my school account. So I need to hit switch account. You may or may not have to deal with this. And I need to tell it which account to actually link up with. And I want it to link up to my school account. I don't know if I 100% understand the question, Ernie, that you've typed in there. So it hooked up to my school account, and this box comes up, and you can see this icon at the top left with this clipboard. It's a new icon, similar to Google Docs icon, and it has that feel of looking like a Google app because it's another Google app they have invented called Assignments. First toggle, do I want to check for originality or not? I'm just going to turn it off. This is ready for you to go. If you, anyone's screen blurry, I think I can fix that. Stop share, reshare. You cannot whatever, ignore that button. Optimize screen, okay. Hopefully that's better for you with the blurriness. You don't have to do anything extra to enable Google Assignments to work with your account. If you follow these steps that we're doing, it'll work. I think that was Ernie's question. Okay. What file do I want to attach for students to I clicked on that too fast for myself. Let me back up. It says files, make a copy of an attached file. So this is where you select what it is that you want students to use. It does look a little different from how it looked in Classroom, but at least it's kind of obvious with the big paper clip and attach. Looks like what we're used to. Just gonna click on this document here and add it. And thank goodness the default is now each student will get a copy. I love that. The default was 100 points. I'll just take it back down to 10. Sure, we can put in a due date. And if you're familiar with rubrics in Google Assignments, you can use that. I only learned about it this summer. If you're not familiar with rubrics in Google Assignments, don't use it. It had been there for like months. So I think we're ready to create. Now I'm back to this screen and I have to hit select, which I feel is kind of funny. Wouldn't it be cool if it just did it on its own? I'm going to continue my parameters for that assignment in Canvas. Sure, unlimited attempts. Everybody can have it. And let's go ahead and save and publish it. Assignment number 23. The directions are there. Yes, better. Okay. So if you happen to be curious, the reason why the screen looks better is there's some click-ins and stuff that you can do if you're going to share a video and you want the video to load without lagging and stuff. But I guess that changes the overall screen quality. And since we are done sharing the video, we do not need that blurry. Okay, thanks for bringing it up. So this is what this again looks like still from the teacher side. Still from the teacher side. And I have 0 submissions and I don't even have any students in this class. Okay. Let's look at this from the student side. So what I'm gonna do is go to the home screen. And I'm gonna hit student view from the right-hand side. I know I'm in student view when I have that hot pink banner along the bottom of the screen. Let's click on 23. I don't want to log in with my school account, so I'm going to log into this with my personal account, but the student would already be logged in with their school account, so they probably would not have to go through this. Oh goodness, where is the button to accept? Do I just double click? Link it. Okay, great. It's really thinking hard about it. Okay, now myself as the student, I am logged in and the student sees something that says open assignment. It also sees something where it says the file attached. Something I did not like about Google Classroom is if I did the make a copy for each student, they could not see that attached file in the stream. You may or not have realized this issue. Sometimes I would attach maybe like a video and 2 PDFs, 3 things, and then the 4th thing would be make a copy for each student. In their stream, they only saw that I had 3 things attached. They didn't see the 4 the way I saw it on my computer. This could be an extra issue, is if you only attached 1 make a copy for each student, they didn't see it at all. And if you're zooming through, the student might not realize that they need to open the assignment and do something. And so now, once they are on the screen for the assignment, it's obvious that they have a file that has a copy has been made for them. Ernie says this does not look like my Canvas. I accidentally made this practice one. The assignments page is the home screen. This is not how I'll run my real Canvases. Maybe that's why you say it looks different. Ooh, very good question, Jennifer. All right, Jennifer and Katie are teaching, and they're going to share work and divide and conquer. And when one teacher makes the class and links up the assignments, will they still work when the other teacher copies the entire class? I wouldn't count on it. I don't know. Yeah. That's my answer. Maybe someone knows, maybe we find out the hard way, but I would go back and relink up the, either don't link it up, and Jennifer, you wait to add all those documents until you own that course, or just go back and double check them to make sure they work. I'm not sure about that. So if it's already a copy and I add the original, they won't get the edited version, right? So on Monday, I send out the assignment with the template. On Tuesday, I change my original copy of the thing. The students don't see that change because what Google does is they make a template that day, and that's what the students get. Period. Oh, I'm sorry, there's a but about the shared drive. Stinky. Make a copy of the folder, blah, blah, blah. I don't have a good answer for that one. All right. Other questions? Keep them coming. And you can always unmute yourself and just shout out your question.
So Clarissa, do we have to grade this through Google then? Or does it talk to the speed grader, or do you know? And it's okay if you're not there yet.
I do know, only because that guy said it in that video. You can do one or the other. They currently don't talk to each other. So,
okay, so you can do the external tool and do the Google thing, and then you have to grade through Google?
You don't have to grade it through Google, but you can.
Okay.
Or you can use the speed grader while you're looking at their document.
Okay.
What's the best way to do it? I guess if Canvas is talking to PowerSchool or whatever your real grade book is, the quickest way would be to grade in SpeedGrader because the grades automatically get dumped. But the cool thing about grading in Google Classroom and now grading in Google Assignments is you get that comment feature. You can use the comment bank and give quality feedback to students at different spots on their document. That's pretty big. That's a pretty big tool that might.
As opposed to just the speed grader is commenting on the assignment as a whole.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. It depends on the assignment, right? If this is an assignment where kids need feedback back throughout, maybe I give comments on Google Classroom. Ooh, Google Assignments thing. If it's a quick and easy, I can just shoot the grade into SpeedGrader. I don't know what this will look like in practice, but you've got the concept. Okay, so it's 8:30. That went fast. I mean, what do we need to know? We need to know how to make assignments. So I think we're getting better with that, I hope. On the slides, I'll have today's video, and I have linked up their entire, what's it called? Hour-long thing. Their little demo. He does other demos in there. I stopped it short, but Okay, am I still recording?